Hello, good morning, everybody. If it's 9 a.m. your time or 12 noon Pacific Eastern your time, think about last night. Did you have a nice, restful sleep? Did you anticipate having a good sleep and get cozy and comfortable and close your eyes in your mind and then woke up alive and alert and enthusiastic? Yeah, I don't think so. Hashtag, I don't think so. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our monthly version here of the Releasing Negative Emotion Show. Today's topic, you might guessed it right here, sleep challenges. Are you having problems sleeping? Guess what? John and I are going to help you with that today. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. We're here once a month, and to be sure you catch us live, be sure to sign up I'll give the link shortly, michaelloge.com/live, where you can be notified and volunteer. Let's say good morning to John. Hey, John, good morning.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. My name is John Inverarity, certified emotion coach, certified body code practitioner. I live in Vancouver and help people all over the world with various aches, pains, mental health concerns, and sleep challenges. A lot of people have problem getting to sleep, staying asleep, or waking up, getting back to sleep. So that's what we're doing today. It's super popular topic, and we will be looking for volunteers, so stay tuned. And if you know someone who has sleep challenges, just give them a little tag right now and maybe they can join us. Get them in here.
The purpose, John and I have been here 260 times. For 4 years, we did it every Saturday. And now we're averaging about once a month. If you want to know all the subjects that we cover, fill your bucket with the 259 episodes. We take one or two volunteers, mostly two volunteers. So we've helped over 500 people here live on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and on YouTube. So thanks for hanging out with us today. And today we're going to be talking about what keeps you up at night. Imagine that there's a baseball-sized ball of energy, which we can't prove it or see it because it's energy, and it's kind of swirling in your head or in your body. It might be causing that little restlessness, or maybe it's causing your mind to wander and spin out of control, and something that wakes you up every day at 2 or 3 a.m. It's energy, and it could be one of these right here. And these are unprocessed emotions. John, tell our friends what does it mean by unprocessed? What does that mean?
Yeah, so it's a past, stressful event, traumatic event, emotional event that we didn't overcome or process completely. So it becomes trapped. We call them trapped emotions. Yeah, about the size of your fist, and it's just rattling around in your body somewhere, and it acts as a double-edged sword, creating aches and pains. Preventing range of motion, and mentally, amplifying stress and anger, frustration, and shows up as symptoms. A lot of the time, it's sleep. You got monkey mind racing at night, that kind of thing. So these emotions from past events, we're still holding on to them. So we're essentially living in the past. That's what a trapped emotion is.
Yeah. Baggage, emotional baggage. I recently helped a friend that got fired from his job, and he didn't really talk about it too much. And we were having a conversation. Nobody talks to me unless they want to have an intimate conversation. They don't call me to talk about sports cars and weather. I know that, and they know that. So I said, so tell me what's going on about the being fired stuff. He said, well, it's haunting me. And I said, what do you mean? He said, I keep having this feeling when I try to move forward. And I said, well, let me find out what it was. So I did a session, which we're going to do today, and it was the emotion of humiliation. So what John was saying, it's a baseball-sized emotion called humiliation that never got processed, never got deleted, never got processed. So it keeps popping up. He thinks about the old job. Guess what's attached to it? That humiliation. And even telling me he was humiliated. He felt humiliation 5 times a day, and wait for it, it was the same ball of energy. He didn't have 5,000 unprocessed. It was one popping up and popping up and popping up. Well, guess what? I got Big Bertha out right here, the magnet. And on his behalf, I was able to delete this baseball-sized unprocessed emotion that keeps popping up. And after it, he couldn't access the feeling. Exactly what happened at work, and I could appreciate, boy, he he was embarrassed and humiliated, and he was totally neutral. He said, and after he done, he said, you know what? It is what it is, and I did what I did, and I'm going to move on. And then I said, so is there any little voice? He said, it is completely deleted. So that was an unprocessed emotion. How do you process them? Well, what if you cried and get ticked off and broke dishes and said, I hate when this happens? Well, guess what? That'll process it all right.
Yeah.
So if you feel an emotion, cry or let it out or dear diary or call your friend and say, oh, I hate when that happens. Just process it, or it's going to vibrationally haunt you later. And what you're going to find out today is the emotions that are keeping you from getting to sleep and staying to sleep, they're old emotions from an event. Now, it wasn't your fault you didn't process them. They were just maybe, things happen and we don't tell anybody. Like my friend never told anybody that he was humiliated. So that emotion was trying to get processed. Of course, his subconscious mind knew the right person to tell because what to lead it. So
yeah. You're on speed dial.
Tell our friends what we're looking for today, please.
Yeah, so we're looking for 2 volunteers with sleep challenges, trouble getting to sleep, staying asleep, or waking up, and then trouble getting back to sleep. So there's different things. It's really, really common. You know what it is if you have a specific time that you're waking up as well.
That's common, isn't it? Yeah.
Just a little bit of details, context in the comments, but you have to be watching live, and give us a severity as well if you can. Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being most severe. But it's really simple. Just be on here live and volunteer.
Yeah. So our goal today is to work with a couple volunteers so everybody else can watch and listen in. John and I are going to become your proxy today. That means on your behalf, we're going to do this for you. Why? Because it's what we do. You don't do it, we do it. We have this ability to connect with your brain computer, find out which emotion it was, and then when we find it, John, what is the next step?
Well, we release it, clear it, delete it. We take a magnet, swipe it over the governing meridian, looks a little bit like this.
Yeah.
And our intention amplified by the magnet clears out the emotion. That little ball of energy comes to the surface and vaporizes. It's gone.
Like a bath bomb. So a shout out to Natasha, Paula, Samuel, and Jennifer, and Fu La Falia. Hello, welcome. Hello. So glad to wake up for this. So he may be, can't see the name. Far away from John, I'm in Victoria, BC, an island on the west coast of Canada. John's in Vancouver. I say that to tell you, you don't need to be here as much as you'd love to come to the west coast of Canada. You can be anywhere. And, what we're doing is, you've heard the word distance healing. Well, we can be your proxy anywhere. We can be your proxy by email. And today the volunteers will just tell us in the chat what the challenges are. But before we do that, John, some people might be noticing it's like Michael looks a little bit brighter than he did in the last 30 days ago. Well, today marks day number 46 of me having 0 sugar. Cravings, triggers, desires, anything that's made with sugar, any drink. I muscle tested. I reduced in the last 45 days, I reduced my sugar, cravings and triggers and desires. Got to see when I have it, got to eat it when it's there, take it, all of those. 99% reduction in the trigger. And I'm at 100% of consumption. I've never done anything that long in my whole life. 45 days. So I tested the protocol because I've got rid of so many other foods and pasta and beer and liquor and pizza and all different things. But when it came to sugar, and I don't mean good sugar, John, I don't mean honey and that kind of stuff. I mean this sugar right here, the white sugar. So far, I have 14 people that have taken this program. It's done via email. You don't even need to meet me. I received the email. I work on this extended protocol that I wrote that covers every piece of sugar and every reason. 14 people are on it. All 14 people have significantly, and I mean over 90%, reduced their sugar the minute I did it and since then. And I follow up with them. So if you want to delete sugar, that's cravings and interests and desires. And what does that mean? Candy and cookie and ice cream and cakes, anything that has sugar in it, anything that's made with sugar, guess what? It can be yours. So check on that link. You'll see how it works. It's a $100 service. You email me, you'll get a quick little questionnaire. And within 10 hours, you will be sugar-free. And then in 2 days and 4 days and 7 days, I'm going to follow up with you. And you're going to say, holy S-balls, Michael Logie, I can't, this is the international symbol for typing.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, so, oh my God, Michael Logie, I can't believe that I'm down sugar. I've reduced my sugar by 95%. And then they'll say, but I'm still triggered by Diet Coke. So when I get your feedback 2 days later, I read the email, boom, 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 get rid of the Diet Coke. And then another 4 days, you say, oh my God, Michael Loesch, I have no sugar, no desires, no interest, and no cravings. That's after 4 days. And I'm on day 45. So I'd love to help you. If you have any cravings for sugar and maybe a couple little triggers, let me help you. Go to michaelloesch.com. I think that the email, the address, oh, it didn't go on. Maybe Jennifer can type it in the chat for me. It's michaelloesch.com / wait for it, / sugar. So michaelloesch.com / sugar. If you sign up this morning, I'll have your sugar eliminated within 4 hours today, because I have people in the queue waiting for to do their session after today's show. So if that's you, go ahead, make the commitment today. Don't wait. You already spent $100 in tall, foamy, syrupy, Starbucks $7 lattes. You'll never do it again. Okay,
All
John,
done.
let's go to the chat and say hello to some of our friends.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we see a volunteer here. Fua, yes, please. It's like I sleep, but not sleeping. Possibly a light sleep, not getting into that deep sleep, not getting into that REM sleep. That's what that sounds like. Let me know if that's what's happening, Fua.
Yes.
Gary B, I've had all those sleep problems this week. Any long-term stuff, Gary?
Yeah.
Or is it just something kind of short-term?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fu is here from New Zealand, 4 a.m., 0400. Dedication.
Why don't you?
And a couple
with getting up so early, I'll work with
yeah.
you. So just a reminder for our friends, if you just joined us or you've seen what's going on, John and I are reading the chat, and people in the audience, like Fu is saying, I'm in New Zealand. It's 4 a.m. here. We love your commitment to being here.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying in the chat, it's like I sleep but not sleeping. So that means restless. Maybe give us a couple more details so John can do that. And good. And I'm going to work with Gary, who's also going to tell me. So just real quickly, you've seen me do it before. First thing we're going to do, John, is we're going to become their proxy. And we're going to do it on their behalf. How are we finding out the right answer on the chart? We are
muscle testing. So we proxy connect up to you. Now we're muscle testing, and we're asking yes or no questions. Is there a trapped emotion contributing to, sleep blank? And yes or no, we get a yes. Is it in column A, column B, odd row, even row? Right, the emotion code chart, 2 columns, 6 rows. So we take, there's 60 to begin with, and then we narrow it down to, one specific emotion at a time and clear it out. Yeah.
Okay, well, good stuff. Yeah, and we clear it out with the magnet. The magnet's the only thing that can dilute that energy. So if you weren't, because you weren't able to process it, which we, that's what an unprocessed emotion, we can do it, and this will dissipate it. And also, if you watched us in the past, imagine trying to move your neck and you've got 3 base. It's like, oh, I can't move my neck. And it's because you've got 3 baseball, and John and I can dissipate them. And then it's like, oh, okay, that feels better. We get that every day. It's not, ooh, I hope it works. It works. So today I'm going to start the session with Gary B. And Gary's listening in from YouTube. Gary, guess we're nosy. Where are you listening in from? Again, I'm doing that to show you that you can be anywhere. I don't even need to see his face. I just need his permission. When you volunteer, you are giving us permission. It's one of the keys here. So just like if we were going to access your Wi-Fi and go into your house, you've got to give us permission, which is your password. So volunteering says, yes, Michael and John, you can snoop around my C drive, find the file that's causing the problem, and please, while you're in there, bring out Big Bertha and delete it at the same time. So I'm going to start my session. So first thing, my question is, should I drink more water? That's a yes, that's a no. Should I drink more water? Yeah, so John?
Hydrate, yeah, that is key number 6 or 7 of the process.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a yes answer, that's a no. So am I Michael Loesch? These are yeses. Am I Michael Loesch? Am I in Victoria? Am I in Vancouver? No. I'm scanning right now for Gary B. in Portland, Oregon. These are no's. I'm just scanning. When I get connected, my fingers will lock up. I'm scanning for Gary B. in Portland, Oregon. There we go. Am I Michael? Am I Gary? Am I John? Am I Gary? Okay. I'm just going to put my shoulders down. So I'm just confirming I'm connected with Gary in Portland. Okay. So I was telling Michael, I wake up, so because I'm his proxy, I'm going to sound like it's him asking the questions. Still muscle testing. I keep the motor running all the time. And as you'll learn with John and I, we're asking a lot of questions that we're not saying out loud because we can only ask yes or no. So some things I'm saying without saying it out loud. But this is a yes, and I'm Gary. I was telling Michael about waking up around 2 to 3 a.m. I can't get back to sleep. And the last 30 days, because remember the subconscious mind has a file on everything. In the last 30 days, how many times did I wake up around 2 or 3 and couldn't, well, over 1, yes. Over 1, 2, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, over 15, not over 16. Oh, so it's under 16. It's not. What is it, Captain Obvious? 16. That's a lot. So let's just confirm over 50% of the month, I woke up at 2 or 3 a.m. Is that true? Yes. So I'm just collecting all the scenario. I think that's enough. I don't need more than that sample. Okay. Is that true? Yes. And out of those 50% of the times that I woke up at this time, was it, that's a yes or no, was it 100% emotion related? It was. And does Michael have all the emotions on the charts? Yes, he does. And how many contributed to all this problem? Over 1, over 2, over 3? Nope. Under 3? Nope. So it's 3. So is it true that my subconscious mind and brilliant knows everything, that the last 15, 16 nights that I woke up and couldn't get back to sleep at that time of night, it was 3 old unprocessed emotions? Yes. Are these 3 emotions from an event, one event, the same event? Yes. Were these 3 different events or 2 different? It was one event. Let's double click. Did this happen in 2023? Yes, it did. Did it happen after January? Yeah. So was it in January, February, March, April? April. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. April 9. Yes. Did I absorb 3 emotions from somebody on April 9th? Were these my own? No. So, John, tell our friends what that means, absorbed emotions.
Yeah, so someone else is, feeling that emotion. They, created it, trapped it, and then you're around them in the same room, and you took that on as your own. So picture like a wet sponge and a dry sponge, and you squeeze the wet sponge, and now you have, 2 wet sponges. So yeah, you both carry that emotion.
Unfortunately, Gary was near somebody physically. Now, this could have been at the street sign or shopping mall, or you might even remember this event, but that was the day that it happened. You were physically near somebody, and this person was having this trauma. It was a woman. Was it a man or a woman? So you were near, and it could have been on the street at a car accident. You didn't cause it, but you were near there. This is why first responders take on a lot of energy, right? Because they're around people that are in trauma all the time. So they're loaded. So if you're first responder, we can help get rid of that unprocessed. So I'm just going to confirm my stats. There's 3 absorbed emotions from one person on that date in July 2023. Yes. And I'm looking at them. Is it hatred? Yes. Is it exasperation? No. Is it anguish and torture? Now, this feels like a common box that I get when it comes to sleeping problems. So are these 3 emotions the one that I absorbed from this person? Yes. How many swipes to get rid of these? Over 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. I'm going to do 20 each. Got the magnet. I'm connected right here. I don't want to take it on. I'm releasing this absorbed trauma of hatred that I absorbed on that day in April. I'm deleting this absorbed trauma of hatred. You could also say releasing. I'm still swiping. Next one, I'm deleting this absorbed trauma of anguish. Who uses that word, I wonder? Anguish.
Just us.
Who?
Just us.
Yes. Or abhorrence. We're the only ones that use that word too. I'm still deleting this absorbed trauma of anguish. I'm deleting this absorbed trauma of torture. Deleting this absorbed trauma of torture. I'm going to measure my work. So first, did I fully release all 3 of those emotions, Jazz? So I want to go back because I knew it happened in April. I want to go back for the last 90 days. That would be 3 months. In those 90 days, what was the percentage that I stayed up or got up at this time? Out of the 90 days, what was their percentage? Over 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 60, 50, 51, 50, 50, 50%. So yeah, that's 90, 45 days. And out of those 45 days, how many trapped emotions that ever always contributed do I still have? Under 5, 4, 3, 2, under 2, under 1, 0, over 0, under 0, 0. What is the severity of this recurring problem that I'm going to wake up at this time? Before today, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost like 70% of the time. And now it's under 10. Now, this is the probability that it's going to happen. Under 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Is it okay for me to expect and anticipate a full night's sleep all the time? Did I completely delete all the emotions that woke me up and kept me up? Those unprocessed, swirling around, absorbed, dense emotions, are they all fully deleted? Yes. And am I done? Yes. Now, when we work, I'm connecting them. So when we work with our client, the ideal scenario is that in their second meeting with us, we get to top it up, right? And they'll come back and say, hey, you know what? My sleep is 90% better. So again, if we're working with you one-on-one, this is a job that we don't split into, but when we come back, we find out what else didn't. So here's my hunch.
Yeah.
I put a significant dent in Gary's sleep, very significant. And those problems are completely gone. Other sleeping stuff, but getting up, that was too emotional. So Gary, let me know if you had any sensations or feeling, or if that date made sense, or anything that you want to do around there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done.
Okay.
A lot of digging for Gary.
John, tell me where you're working and I'll pop.
Yeah, well, Fua stayed up for this. So we're going to work with Fua in New Zealand. And so I mentioned probably not getting into a deep sleep, REM sleep. I think that's what's happening. She said she can get into a light sleep, but it's just not there, not quite right.
Yeah.
So we'll do a session on that. I do have a bit of a sleep protocol as well. We'll take a look at that, see if there's something in there we can dig up. And I'll just tune in, connect up. So I'm just going to muscle test here. Going to New Zealand, Vancouver to New Zealand. Yes. Proxy, connect as a proxy. That's a yes. Okay, so severity of the sleep disturbance, not getting a deep restful sleep, maybe not getting into that REM sleep, deep sleep, even maybe not getting into that light sleep. So there is, what's the severity, at least a 5? I got 8. So there's quite a significant sleep disturbance here. Yes. Is there something in the protocol here on the left? So there is something here. My protocol, it's some sort of trauma or shock. So it's a past conflict or puzzle that the body is trying to resolve. So something from the past, which means trapped emotion, basically. Something from the past, your subconscious is just trying to figure it out, put the puzzle together. And so that's what it is. So this past, yes. So there's a trapped emotion involved in this. Yeah. Okay. Is it A? Is it A? Is it beyond?
Too small. 4
or 6. So there's panic. So there's some panic coming up here. Yeah. Let's clear out the panic. That's cleared. Yeah, there's another trapped emotion. Yeah. Yod. B2, 4. So there's some shock. So we got panic shock. Let's clear out that panic shock. So that's cleared out.
So just to recap what John's doing, he's using muscle testing, and his fingers are telling him which one it is. When he finds it, he's deleting it. So that's the proxy part of this work.
Yeah, there's a trapped emotion, lack of control. Clear lack of control. Yeah, it's cleared. Yeah. Okay. Who was asking, is it spiritual? Is it, trapped emotion and balancing, spirit body? Got note of that. So there's a past trauma, conflict, trapped emotion, trying to resolve. Yeah. Anything like preconception, I'll ask. No. Absorbed. No. It's common. Yeah. Column A, the odd or even. So it's indecisiveness. Clear out indecisiveness. Okay, let's check my work. Got 3 out of 10 on that. I'm asking in my head.
Yeah.
Okay, there's another trapped emotion here. Okay, odd. 2. So it's a even. It's hatred. Clear out some hatred here. Good.
And a lot of
Cleared.
times these will make sense, particularly if you absorb them and say, where's that coming from? Don't try to figure it out.
Yeah. Another trapped emotion. Past trauma puzzle. Subconscious, your body's trying to process and figure out. No. Okay. What else is there here? So I've got 3 top tips, factors for sleep. I'll just go through them quickly right here, just to improve your sleep. Some things you can do just in your own life. One is regularity. So that's going to bed at the same time, waking up at the same time every day of the week, not staying up till, midnight or 4 a.m. on, Saturday. The second is light in the room. So what you want to do, maybe an hour or 2 before you go to bed, just turn off half the lights in your house. Obviously the screens might be more difficult, but or dim the lights before you go to bed, an hour or 2 before you go to bed. That really helps. You turn the lights down, that helps increase the melatonin production. And the third is the temperature of the room. You want to drop the temperature of your room, and your body needs to really cool down, your brain needs to cool down in order to get into that sleep mode. So some people have different hacks they can do. Actually taking a warm bath before bed or warm shower before bed will dilate the blood vessels and bring, all the blood to the surface. Then when you get out of that warm shower or bath, there's a huge heat flush that comes out of your body, and all that heat just escapes and drops the temperature. So it may sound kind of counterintuitive, but it's really good way. We put the little ones in a bath before bed, and that maybe that's why we found that that it helps with sleep. So what I just muscle tested 1, 2, or 3 for FUA, and I got number 2 might be a concern. So that was the light. So if you can, put the phone down, an hour before bed, turn the lights off, and hopefully that helps. So, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, one of my strategies really helped when I got blackout curtains in my bedroom, and of course doing a motion coat. Boy, as soon as I get it, and it could be light. Sometimes I go to bed like at 8:30 or 9 o'clock in the summer, and boy, just like that, I could fall asleep. So that was another strategy.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, John. I think Fu is going to have a great sleep, and wasn't able to sleep last night and stayed up in New Zealand time at 4 a.m. to join. So what a great gift that you gave Fu today. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look who's in the house here. We've got a great update from Elaine. Hello, Michael and John. Today marks 6 years since I had Diet Coke, Pepsi. 6 years. The Bro Show, episode number 11. We love that update. Episode number 11.
Love that. Wow. Life-changing. Absolutely life-changing. Nice.
Well, I have a lot of success stories that way, and I'd be remiss if I didn't show you again. I can help you delete anything sugar, drinks, candy, cookies, cakes, ice cream. If it's made with sugar, you're never going to want it again. Check out the link here. I'm going to put the link on the side. It's michaellozier.com. It's not popping up, so I'm going to do that for you. michaellozier.com / what is it, John? Sugar.
Sure.
/ sugar. It's a quick email session, quick for you. You fill out you buy the $100 product. You get an email that says, here's my top 3 triggers, and delete everything else sugar usually within a few hours. You'll know when it's done, by the way, before you get my email, when you just completely are void of any sugar interest or cravings or desires. And it comes with 3 follow-up sessions. So change your life like I did. And because it was the last thing for me, I got rid of bread and pizza and foods that weren't healthy. but there was some sugar things, and it wasn't teaspoon. I wasn't eating teaspoons of sugar. It was white sugar that was in things. So that's the distinction, and that's what my protocol covers.
Nice.
Let's see. There, read through his comments there.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep soon now. I just had my filet of fish whilst you did that work on me. Okay, little bedtime snack.
I wonder if they have filet of fish in every country. They must.
They must. Yeah.
Yes. Now, John and I do pop up, and we were doing once the first Saturday of the month, but you know what? We're here today. And if you want to make sure that you're on the notify me list once a month, we send an email on Friday and then one on Saturday to say, hey, we're about to go live. Come volunteer. Here's what we're talking about. You want to get on that list, or you want to check out and how John and I can work with you, go to Releasing Negative Emotions on the bottom of the screen.com/live. You can contact with John and I. You can watch all previous 259 episodes. You can get the link to our podcast, which has over 130,000 downloads, and we'd love to hear from you. And we'd love to work with you as well. So if you are looking to change your life, whether it's sleep or physical pain or money blocks or belief blocks or all those relationship challenges, check us out. We've got a history of helping people with all of those things. So,
and it couldn't be easier, could it? We have online scheduling. You can go just pick a time, date, links up to payment. We can send you a link over Zoom, or you can phone us or email sessions. Like we do a lot of email sessions as well.
yeah.
And so, yeah, it really couldn't be easier. You don't need to walk. You don't need to leave
listen,
the house.
if you're waiting for it to be easier, stop. It'll never get easier than John and I correcting your physical pain by an email. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
It's the easiest walk-in clinic you never have to walk to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had someone join me in their car, lunch break from work.
Yeah,
just recently.
Actually, right? During COVID, a lot of people sat in their car. It was the only time they were able to get away from people.
Yeah.
Hey, look out for us in another month or so, and we're going to have a different topic next week. And both of our friends today, feel free to send us private emails to let us know how you're doing, and so we can stay on top of our work with you. Everybody else, you want our help? That's easy to do. ReleasingNegativeEmotions.com/live and learn how to connect with John or I. John, we did it. We helped people today. We got to demonstrate how releasing negative emotions work. Well, that's good.
We did it. Thanks for our volunteers. Thanks for everyone for coming in, joining us, and join us next month.
Next month's topic. We only know the day before, so we're not going to tell you what it is today. Hey, John, do you want to do sleep tomorrow? Yeah, let's do sleep. So
yeah, that works.
And the international symbol for typing. Okay, John, let's say goodbye to our friends. See you later, everybody.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.